Kurt Angle has arrived to ECW. We know that Angle will be making an announcement here tonight. Tragic day for wrestling. Kurt Angle announcing his retirement. Oh my God. Turn around! It's the Clockwork Project! Assaulting a retired man! Here comes Cena, Callahan and Lee getting the hell out of Dodge. Oh no! Angle's retirement masked by something else. The Clockwork Project have returned. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is ECW. We are on our way to the Elimination Chamber. It is going to be a cracking pay-per-view as we get closer and closer to it tonight. The final spot in the Elimination Chamber for that man's championship will be determined. Champ in the house, Seth Rollins, with a close eye on tonight's main event, it would seem, and it is going to be a stellar main event to go along with it. Last chance saloon for these three men. Neville, Aleister Black, and Tyler Bate. Three men will walk in, and one will walk out with an opportunity to go to the Elimination Chamber and compete for the ECW Championship. Though that is to come at the start of the evening, we start off tonight with hyping up the Cruiserweight Championship bout, which of course will also be contested within that Elimination Chamber. Starting things off, KUSHIDA to take on Zack Gibson, one-on-one. We know that 5 men have qualified, but we also know that that 6th and final slot will remain unfilled in. It will remain anonymous until the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view, until that person makes their way out and fills in that final slot. But until then, the 5 who have qualified, KUSHIDA, Zack Gibson, Buddy Murphy, Mustafa Ali, and Austin Aries, are hyping themselves up and are getting ready for that championship bout. Mustafa Ali with plenty to do if he wants to leave the chamber. Still, with the Cruiserweight Championship around his waist, especially when he's got this man to contest against the incredibly talented and gifted KUSHIDA. The time split has been on a roll since he arrived to ECW. Couldn't get the title at the first time of asking. That was due to interference from Buddy Murphy. That was what led to this Elimination Chamber contest. But in 2 weeks come Sunday, could he pull out that victory? Could he leave the Elimination Chamber with the Cruiserweight Championship? Or will this man be able to get it the second time of asking? Zack Gibson, the man representing the British Empire within that Elimination Chamber contest for the Cruiserweight title. Qualified 2 weeks ago when Drew McIntyre alongside him qualified for the ECW Championship Chamber. And it is 2 stacked chamber matches coming our way, and it's looking like it's going to be a stacked pay-per-view card as well. So far, I think we've got what? I think we've only got 3 matches announced in all fairness, but I'm sure there'll be plenty more to be announced come the end of this evening. Right now we're going to be starting things off. Like I said, this won't really have a huge bearing on the chamber, but it is getting these guys in action. It is prepping them for the chamber match as well, and it is giving guys, it kind of whittles out the field, helps you realize maybe who's the favorite, who's the one in the most trouble, who will need a later number if they want to leave the chamber with the Cruiserweight Championship, who could start the thing, go on and win it all. Hell, right now I could probably say I think KUSHIDA would be a guy who could start it, go on and win it all. I think he is absolutely one of those guys. Gibson, on the other hand, maybe if he came in second from last, that would probably be the perfect moment for Gibson to capitalize on a tired field, be able to pounce on them all and try and leave with that Cruiserweight Championship. Leave with it for the British Empire, of course. Underway here, and Gibson immediately putting KUSHIDA on his shoulders, demonstrating his strength as Snake Eyesing him into the turnbuckle. British Empire, busy night for them tonight, of course. Zack Sabre Jr. will be in action later on this evening. Neville in the main event. Elimination Chamber promises to be a big pay-per-view for the British Empire. They could leave with 2 titles and 2 victories within the chamber. And I suppose if Neville wins tonight, the more the merrier. They get in that Elimination Chamber, that ECW Championship chamber, the better off they are. Gibson now. Drop kick to the side of the head of KUSHIDA there, dropping him down. Time splitter unable to get a fast start going in this one. Gibson causing him problems from the off. That's exactly what the British Empire's #1 diamond likes to do. Cross-legged suplex. A brainbuster maybe. Judging by the way Kushida held onto his head, it could have very well been so. Covers May, trying to put him away. Kick out at 1. Gibson quick to pounce here. Submission hold locked in. Akin to a Rings of Saturn. Got the arm stretched back, wrenching on the neck. Gibson trying to force Kushida to tap out for the very first time here on ECW. Not happening. Kushida fights his way out. I think Kushida, since arriving after Living Dangerously, has been undefeated on ECW. Good accolade for him thus far. Still no Cruiserweight Championship to show for it as he drives Gibson's head into the mat there. Pretty much from the top of the back and the neck really onwards. And that's just viciousness there from Kushida, stomping away on the chest of Gibson. He could have been the Cruiserweight Champion by now if not for Buddy Murphy. And there's definitely a sign of there's definitely a feel of aggression from Kushida. Well aware of that. Of course, Kushida and Ali did not have to qualify for the Chamber. I put them in automatically. I thought that was the fair thing to do. They tore the house down in that great Cruiserweight Championship match, and then they were unceremoniously screwed over by Buddy Murphy in the process. It just didn't feel fair, didn't feel right. Look out now, big time moonsault. Cover is made here by Kushida as he hunts the victory. Kick out made by Gibson. Oh, shrugging off that kick in the back there did Zack Gibson though. Strength from Gibson shining through, his ability to take a hit and return one. Elbow there out of the playbook of Austin Aries from last week with the elbows striking down on Kushida. And again to that double underhook suplex. Just lets him go in midair. It's a dangerous move from Gibson, and I think that's exactly why he does it. Kick out at 2 there by Kushida, as opposed to the 1 count that Gibson got on him earlier. Things looking good in all fairness for Gibson right now. Chopping away on the shoulders of Kushida, who finally gets the counter in at the 3rd time of asking. Knees into the gut now, and across the jaw of Gibson. Charging in, pulls him down by the arm. Kushida, of course, going to be looking for the submission victory with the hoverboard lock. Going to have to work over the arm if he wants to pull that one off. Gibson right now trying to create separation. Good forearm in the face there. Good match so far to get us underway on ECW. Counter made by Kushida. And in he comes charging. Forearms into the face. Ducks under Gibson. Quick Pele kick there. Gibson taken off his feet. Kushida checking the time. The time split that could be about to send Gibson back to the future maybe. Looking, could have been contemplating hoverboard lock. Gibson gets in the counter there. From behind now. Forearm in the small of the back. Rolling cutter. Covers made. Middle of the ring. Will this put away Kushida? Oh, it was close. And not the best kicker from Kushida, who's cut open following that rolling cutter. Gibson risking it all. He'll take himself to the top rope for a big win over Kushida. Heading into the Elimination Chamber. Oh, Kushida got the knees up, and I think Gibson went face first into them. He undershot in the first place, and then Kushida's knee that was up instead went into the face of Zack Gibson. And Kushida now pouncing away, putting his body weight down on the chest of Gibson, and that will be the beginning of the end for Gibson here. He has the arm, he locks it in, he rolls over. Hoverboard lock is stitched in. It is locked in deep, and Gibson will have no choice but to tap out unless he can fight out. Gibson, he'll submit. Gibson taps out. Kushida victorious. An exciting, fast-paced match to get us underway on ECW, and another victory for the Time Splitter. Would you look who it has a very, very close eye on it. The Cruiserweight Champion himself looking on. Mustafa Ali with an eye on one of his challengers, with an eye on the match. An eye on Kushida ahead of the Chamber. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Well, that was an exciting way to get us underway towards a match that we know is going to happen in the Chamber. This contest could have implications on a match happening at the Elimination Chamber. Coming up right now, Harper versus Chris Sabin. The leader of Downfall versus the leader of the DCC. And yes, Harper comes alone. Downfall and DCC not allowed at ringside for this contest. It has to be straight between these two men. It has to be a straight contest. It has to be just down the middle. No outside interference, as we know. Both sides can be guilty of, the DCC more so than Downfall. Saw 2 weeks ago in ECW, of course, Downfall staring down the DCC after their victory. And then, last week on ECW, Downfall defeated the Revival in a competitive tag team matchup. Really, Downfall setting themselves up for the tag team title shot. And like I said, the Wyatt family really nowhere to be seen right now in terms of wanting their rematch. Aleister Black as well, far more interested in taking matters into his own hands in terms of the singles athlete, wanting to go for the Elimination Chamber and getting that opportunity tonight, of course. So we'll see. We'll see what will happen in the process regarding the Wyatt family. It doesn't seem as if, you know, Bray Wyatt and Strowman haven't been seen since Money in the Bank. Aleister Black was seen earlier tonight in the ECW backstage, so he's definitely here, but I don't know what's going on in the Wyatt family. And quite simply, I don't really want to know either. You know, the family's a little bit weird, I think is the best way of saying. But anyway, Harper ready to go here this evening against Chris Sabin. Promising to be a competitive contest between these two men. Absolutely no doubt about it.
3, 2, 1.
Here he comes by himself. The leader of the DCC, one half of the ECW Tag Team Champions. Chris Sabin coming towards the ring for this one right now. This promises to be an interesting contest. Sabin versus Harper. Power versus speed. The tag team champion knows that he can rely upon his cunning mindset and his quick speed within that ring. He's been able to withstand a beating before. He did it at Money in the Bank to claim the titles. Can he do it again here tonight to make sure that Downfall can't stake a claim to their titles at the Elimination Chamber? We already know, of course, that the tag team matchup at the Elimination Chamber between Downfall and the Four Horsemen, that is more so of a grudge match. Sorry, not Downfall, Greatness and the Four Horsemen. That is more so of a grudge match than anything else. This contest here could decide who faces the DCC for the tag team titles within that chamber. We are about to get underway here, and here we go. Bell rings, and straight away these two men face to face, the leaders of their respective groups eyeing each other up, and Harper strikes first with a super kick right into the jaw of Chris Sabin. No love lost between these two sides. You better believe that that is the case as they start going after one another. Forearm shot there by Sabin, clapping the ears as well, causing problems right now for Harper in the early stages, relying upon his kicks right out of the gate, relying on his speed to help him out in this contest. From behind, though, Harper looks for a German suplex. Great counter, great evasion from Chris Sabin. Irish whips him into the turnbuckle, in with a forearm. Like I said, it's going to be Sabin's speed. That's what he's going to need to use if he wants to beat Harper here. He knows it, and he's going to do everything that he can to ensure that that happens. I think Sabin was trying to start a DCC chant there. Sorry, mate, you haven't got that many supporters. Good to grab onto Harper. They mistimed it, but able to kick away. Harper very slow out of the gates outside of that quick super kick, but now looking to come back a little bit here. Hard lariat, and down goes Sabin. Starting the onslaught now, clubbing away into the head of the leader of the DCC, of one half of the tag team champions. Harper going to work now. Michinoku driver plants him, looking for the cover, trying to put away Sabin early on here. Will he get what he wants? Kick out. As I said, this could decide the title match at Elimination Chamber. Harper wins here, and you can pretty much pencil in DCC versus Downfall at the Elimination Chamber. Oh, look out. Big counter there from Sabin. Floats over. Sunset flip. Looking to finish off. Harper here almost has him. Kick out. And Sabin will get his German suplex as well. Great bridge. And again, almost putting him away. Two near falls for Sabin this early on. Harper in trouble, it would seem. Sabin just having his number right now. ropes. Wheelbarrow. Oh, wheelbarrow suplex. Absolute power from Harper. Nothing more you can say about it other than that, as he clubs away now repeatedly into the head of Chris Sabin. Shot there into the jaw of Sabin, backing up against the ropes. Oh, up and over the top rope goes Harper. Hangs on. Will he go to the outside here? Maybe so. No, Sabin going to bring him back into the ring. Suplexes him. Again, this match has been mostly Chris Sabin so far. Seems as if since winning the tag team titles, a fire has been lit up within the DCC. Finding the form they had a long, long time ago on NXT. Harper's starting to fire back once again here. It seems as if every time Harper's finding an opening, Sabin's just doing a really solid job of shutting it down. Down on that rope, though, went the gut of Sabin. Dragon screw reversal from him, though, quick as you like. Sabin's starting to fire back up and over the top rope once again. Here goes Harper. Shoulder tackle down to the outside. Chris Sabin, not afraid. Not backing down either. Great strength being shown from Sabin, as he is all over Harper in this contest as it stands. Into the announce table there. Face first into it he goes as well. Could probably save a couple of bucks by getting rid of them. I don't like sitting today. For that reason that you just saw. Sabin on the apron though, looking to fly, looking to strike big. Looks for the drop kick. Harper evades at the last moment. Faking out Sabin and now dumping him face first into the mat. Harper finds a little opening, and he's pouncing on the moment. Look at that quick flurry of strikes. Oh, what a step of insecurity from Sabin as well. He'll look to put things away now. He will look for the all-hail Sabin to finish off Harper in a dominant showing. It's countered. Discus clothesline. It connects. It almost takes off Sabin's head, and it is victory for Harper. Surprising to say the least, Sabin controlled that match, but one little slip-up, one little opening, and it was all said and done right then and there. Victory for Harper over Sabin, and that should well seal the deal. Downfall locking their eyes on a title opportunity at the Elimination Chamber. And they have every reason to think it's theirs. Moving on now, ladies and gentlemen. Big singles contest coming up for you. Zack Sabre Jr. to go one-on-one against Adam Cole. This will be a good one. Two guys who have their own plans set, it would seem, for Elimination Chamber. Sabre Jr. has been having some stuff to say about Naito and getting involved with Tetsuya Naito as well. We saw 2 weeks ago he cost Naito the chance to qualify for the Chamber. Last week, talking smack about Naito backstage with Drew McIntyre, saying he would take him down easily. Sabre Jr. though has to put his money where his mouth is here tonight as he goes one-on-one against Adam Cole, a man screwed out of qualifying for the Elimination Chamber, of course, by Triple H. Got his revenge on Triple H by preventing him from going to the Chamber 2 weeks ago, and Johnny Gargano taking the place instead. So it would seem as if things are happening between those two sides as well, but right now Sabre Jr. has to focus his attention on the 2019 Royal Rumble winner. The two-time Cruiserweight champion having to focus on Adam Cole, baby, the man who main evented this year's WrestleMania, of course. Big contest for Sabre Jr., big chance to prove himself, show what he's all about, and try and really shove it to Naito ahead of their, what seems to be meeting, whether it's an Elimination Chamber or whether it's in the coming weeks up to that event. We'll just have to find out, won't we? But right now, Sabre Jr. feeling awfully confident, as he usually does. We are about to get going in this one, ladies and gentlemen. Sabre Jr. waiting in the ring, and oh my god! Oh! Backstage! Triple H! Steel chair at Adam Cole! Assaulting Adam Cole with a steel chair, laying him out before Cole even makes his entrance, and now in the ring, Naito through the crowd, and Sabre Jr. goes running. ZSJ running from Naito. El Ingobernable watches as Sabre Jr. runs for the hills. Well, John Cena will not be alone when it comes down to it. You've waited for the announcement, and here it is at the Elimination Chamber. John Cena will face Corin with the ECW Television Championship on the line. The match we've been waiting a long time for will finally take place in 2.5 weeks. In what promises to be, without a doubt, the most personal bout of the evening. Well, plenty to take in that moment, ladies and gentlemen. Adam Cole laid out backstage by Triple H. ZSJ running for the hills when he saw Tetsuya Naito, only bothering to look at him when he was far out of touching distance. Plenty to digest there. And Kurt Angle promising to be in the corner of Cena for that contest. All big news right there, ladies and gentlemen, within the span of about a minute. Elimination Chamber continues to be propping itself up to be an all-time great in terms of the pay-per-views. 2 chamber matches, Corin versus John Cena. What more could you ask for? I mean, seriously. And coming up right now, I think we're going to have a match that's going to be great as well. It is going to be yet more strong style here on ECW. Minoru Suzuki versus Katsuyori Shibata. Strap yourselves in, get your strong style glasses on, and be ready for these two men to kick in and punch and forearm each other in the face until one of them eventually can no longer take the punishment. This is going to be very fun. Suzuki coming towards the ring. Minoru Suzuki was the first challenger, of course, for Corin's ECW Television Championship back living dangerously. So far, I think the only challenger as well for the title. But it was a fun contest they put on against one another. Suzuki ended up being defeated. But the thing is that no matter what position you put Suzuki in, you know he's going to put on a good match. And most of the time, you could pencil him, you could put a pencil on him for winning. You could predict that he would probably walk out with the win. And it's the same scenario with Shibata right now. Yes, Shibata's coming in off of so much momentum, having qualified for the Chamber last week as well. Minoru Suzuki will always find a way to come out with the win. He will always find a way. He just hits so much harder than you can anticipate. I said, of course, that Shibata is one of the hardest hitters in this universe. This man could be the hardest hitter in the universe. Suzuki hits so hard you can hear the thud from all the way up in the rafters. He hits that damn hard. And that's what is going to make this match so fun. It is not going to be a beautiful catch-as-catch-out style wrestling. It's not going to be trading headlocks with one another, transitioning into great collar elbow tie-ups. It's not going to be great transitional wrestling. It's not going to be lucha libre. You're just going to watch two juggernauts stand in the ring and trade forearms and trade punches, trading kicks. They are going to beat each other up. And what does the winner get? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. A win on their column, but that's what shows how much these guys love to fight. They are willing to fight, no matter what. Shibata fighting once again as well. This man is chalking up the matches heading into the Elimination Chamber. Qualified last week off of that excellent contest with Hiroki Goto, and now looks to continue his momentum here tonight with victory over Minoru Suzuki, over the King, as he seeks a chance to go for the ECW Championship. It is a stacked field already within that chamber, of course, and we will have the 6th and final spot determined coming up next for you. But before we get to that, we get to sit back and we get to enjoy a great fight between these two men. Bell rings and we are underway here. Right in the middle of the ring they go, and it's as if to say, well, who's going to hit first? Shibata will go first. Suzuki up next. Here we go, Shibata slapping Suzuki, getting out of the forearms. The strikes coming out to play, taking it in turns to hit whatever they can think of. Oh, this is great, and that crowd is already riled up for it as well. Here we go. That kick in the gut disorientated Suzuki for a bit, but he comes back with a good forearm. And another one. Shibata dazed, and Suzuki will try and capitalize. Stopped there by the wrestler. Uppercutting him now. Suzuki in a little bit of trouble. Up and over the top rope he goes. Suzuki counters the shot there. Gets back into the ring quickly. made. Attempted slap in the face once again. Open-handed palm strike probably works better. Referee getting in the way of that one. Probably has 3 broken rib cages off the Minoru Suzuki gut punch. Forearm in the face. Knocks Shibata off his feet. Punches and bunches there by Suzuki, but Shibata responds with perhaps the most lethal weapon in this matchup, and that is the headbutt. Now we wait to see what else will happen. Suzuki comes up with another counter. Oh, and he throws him across the ring as well. Perhaps now this is where the match transitions from striking into these guys. Tremendous wrestling ability as well. Suzuki has him in the corner. Exploder suplex in the corner there. And now has him up on his shoulders. Fireman carry. Pele kick connects. Suzuki tried to stay up on his feet, but he couldn't. Shibata goes down. Covers made early on. 1 count. Just enjoying to watch this matchup right now. German suplex though from Suzuki. Just trading back and forth, these guys are. There's no intent for one to lead in this matchup or anything like that. They just beat each other up, and then one will beat the other person up a little bit more, and they'll leave with a win. It's just how this matchup works. Suzuki now on the arm of Shibata. The wrestler certainly felt that one, and he'll be feeling that smack in the face as well. Shibata may be taller, but Suzuki has far more experience and can hit probably harder as well, relying on that experience. But Shibata giving him a run for his money, kneeing him right in the head there. No response from Suzuki in that moment. Suzuki now in trouble. Sleeper hold, move out of his own playbook. Could Shibata force Suzuki to tap out to a move which he frequently uses? And if Suzuki, though, if he's able to use it an awful lot, he'll know the escape to it as well. And he did just that. Jawbreaker slips his way out of it. And he goes after the leg now. Tripping up Shibata. And down on the knee and on the shin. Good work there. Nothing flashy. Quick and straight to the point. Headbutt of his own from Suzuki. Turnabout is fair play. Look at Shibata. Right up to his feet. Wanting to continue the fight right away. And Suzuki more than happy to continue that going. Double knees in the gut right now. Follow it up with a Russian leg sweep to plant Shibata. Suzuki's not really, he could be doing yeoman's work for the other people in the matchup, but he's not really doing anything for himself. He's just having this matchup just to have fun. And Suzuki knows that. Oh my goodness. Elbows in the head of Shibata there. Couldn't cover them up. Dropped his guard, and Suzuki made him pay. And made there by Shibata. Over the top rope goes Suzuki. Nope, walked in. Back breaker instead from Shibata. Step up in Zaguri. Connected there. Suzuki, though, right back up to his feet and in with a head. But these two guys just trading back and forth. That's all they're doing. There's no control in this contest because all they're doing is beating each other up an awful lot. Shibata, though, oh good God! On the apron. Back suplex on the hardest part of the ring for Shibata to endure. Suzuki could have used that potentially to close in on a big victory. He'll go to the second rope now. What does he have envisioned? Suzuki up there. Oh, great last minute counter by Shibata. Caught him in the gut there with that punch. He'll bring him in now. Here we go. Brain buster. Will that put away Suzuki? Covers made here. Looking for the win. Oh. Almost had it. 2.5. But Shibata has to be close to victory. Suzuki, though, trying to put a stop on that. Rake of the eyes there by Suzuki. And he'll go after the leg again. Tripping up Shibata once more. Down on the knee. Twisting it as well. Suzuki trying to do work on the leg. Trying to take away the PK here as he stretches the leg now. Shibata Shibata kicks his way out of that one. Suzuki slow to recover there as well. Front face lock now. Look out. Double underhook suplex into an armbar right away. Trading submission holds right now. Suzuki able to slip his way out incredibly quickly there. Just a great contest here. Suzuki could be looking for the gotch. Shibata able to power his way out of it. He was in big trouble for a moment. He found his way out of it. Back suplex. An emphatic one at that as well. Shibata has him now. Beginning of the end. PK. Get the run up. Get the kick right in the chest. Nothing Suzuki could do to block that one. Shibata goes for the cover. Referee into count. This one is over. Shibata wins. A great fight. And another win for the wrestler. And I have to be serious in saying it. As he racks up these wins week in and week out, I genuinely think Shibata has gone from being a guy in the Elimination Chamber to being one of the favorites. These wins every single week are putting Shibata in serious contention for the ECW title. Folks, we have our main event coming up next, but we have some announcements to make for the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view. Following the victory earlier on, Downfall will face the DCC for the tag team titles. That'll be an interesting contest as well, but we have a grudge match signed for the Chamber as well. After what we saw last week, there's no doubt this match had to be made. Triple H will go one-on-one against Adam Cole in the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view. It'll be a great contest, no doubt about it, when these two rivals finally lock horns with one another. That is to come at the Chamber, but next week, ladies and gentlemen, big match coming up for you as well. Randy Orton will square off one-on-one against Johnny Gargano as both men seeking victory against one another as we get closer and closer to the Elimination Chamber. Momentum on the line with only 2 weeks to go. As for right now, more than momentum is on the line. It's our main event of the evening. It is up next. It is the final spot in that Elimination Chamber match for the ECW Championship. Tyler Bate, Neville, Aleister Black. Who will take that final spot within that chamber? Who will join Johnny Gargano, Randy Orton, Katsuyori Shibata, Drew McIntyre, and of course, the ECW Champion himself, Seth Rollins. Tyler Bate, disappointed that he hadn't had an opportunity at the title, an opportunity to qualify, up until this point. He wanted his chance, and now he has it at the very last moment. I mean, I was going to give Bate the chance, but there was so much going on that I just didn't know when, where, and who to put him up against, because there were so many who could qualify. And the reality is, in this contest, all three of these guys, in their own ways, deserve to be in the chamber. But only one of them can be. It is a cutthroat business, and it is cutthroat when it comes to qualifying for that final spot. Tyler Bate, of course, has been locked on to that ECW Championship ever since arriving to ECW after WrestleMania. Challenged for the title at Living Dangerously. Triple H interfered. Had the triple threat contest at Money in the Bank. Seth Rollins retained. Tyler Bate wasn't pinned. So he believes he deserves this opportunity, but he also thinks that... Neville also thinks that he deserves to be in that chamber opportunity as well. Like I said, this is a last chance saloon, but Neville and Aleister Black haven't had the opportunities to qualify as well. The reality is, all three of these men probably should have had separate qualifying matchups, but there was so much good talent going around. There's so much talent at ECW, it has to be said, that just the abilities and the desire to see these guys competing makes it so exciting. And it's the reality that even though there's all this talent, some of them have to be cut out. Some of them have to, some of them have to lose. And that's what's going to happen here, because there are going to be two incredibly gifted athletes who are about to not go to the Elimination Chamber, and one incredibly gifted athlete who will. Neville, the leader of the British Empire. Of course, the British Empire already have a man within that matchup in Drew McIntyre, who qualified 2 weeks ago. Neville, though, adding him into the fray would give the British Empire statistically a 1/3 chance of victory. You've got to imagine the Wyatt family would like to dip their toe into that chamber as well. And as well as that, the 2019 King of the Ring, would like to dip his toe into going after that title as well. Aleister Black, the two-time ECW television champion, the former ECW tag team champion, the King of the Ring, the man who has an insane amount going for him as he qualifies for this contest. Even though Tyler Bate was an incredible NXT champion and has put on some stellar matches since arriving to ECW, I'm going to be safe in saying this. I think that's the favorite in this one right now. I think he is the man who stands the best chance of qualifying here tonight. And it is because of what he did in Korakuen Hall on that one night. We've seen the resiliency of Aleister Black, we've seen what he can be tested, and we've seen how much offense he can take. Aleister Black is one hell of a fighter. There is no denying it. He proved it in Korakuen Hall. He won 3 matches in one night to win the King of the Ring. And now tonight he goes up against 2 men, 2 incredibly gifted athletes alongside him. But I think Black just has the ability to nab the win. If it's not going to be Black, then I think it will be Bate. I think Neville is too... He flip-flops too much. He has incredible momentum and it slips away from him. He doesn't know whether or not he wants to be a leader or a fighter. He cannot choose between the two. And that costs him. Tyler Bate, I think, is incredibly focused right now on one thing and one thing alone, and that is getting into the chamber. But he also has to be focused on Aleister Black, because you cannot gloss over what Aleister Black can do within this ring. Ask Christian, ask Mustafa Ali, ask Damian Priest. They'll all give it the answer, because they were the ones to endure the punishment in Korakuen Hall. You can go ahead and ask other athletes as well. Ask the likes of Bobby Roode. He's had his head kicked off by Aleister Black. 2019 is making for an incredible year for Black, and it is why I think he's going to go to the chamber. Look at this as the bell rings. Neville quick to get out of the ring. Bate and Black, I imagine, have no problems throwing down right away. Black with his eyes on Neville for a moment, pulling the trigger at him as if to say, "You're next." Bate gonna try and slip one from underneath you. Bate trying to steal one quickly. Black kicking out right away. And Neville realizing he needs to get into this matchup pretty quickly, because who knows what could happen. Big powerbomb right off the get-go there to Bate. Black comes in now. Suplex of his own. And this triple threat contest is underway, ladies and gentlemen. Plenty to fight for in this one. Who will take that final spot in the Elimination Chamber? I think even if Neville wins this one, I think all 3 of these guys, when they go in, they have to be in the talking point. They have to be arguably one of the favorites to take it. Neville almost qualifying there as Black got rolled up. I personally believe Neville could be considered one of the favorites, no doubt, but I think if Bate or Black qualify, we are undoubtedly looking at a guy possibly in the top 2 of winning that chamber. And I think that is even regardless of what number Tyler Bate gets within that chamber, whether he starts the match or whether he's the last one to come out. Oh! Rampage DDT there by Bate, covers Black. His leg though underneath that rope, saving him there as Neville recovers on the outside right now. So much to play for in this triple threat contest. So much on the line, and all these guys know it. Look out, Neville coming back in the ring, getting Black from behind there. Cobra clutch, Russian leg sweep. Interesting move there from Neville as he looks to try and take control now over Aleister Black. German suplex there as well. Tyler Bate trying to come back into the fray though, and he does just that, taking down Neville. Hoists Black up to his feet here. Tyler Bate now. Irish whip off the ropes. What'll happen? Nothing as Black puts the stop to it. And look at this now. Black and Neville working together, assaulting Bate in the turnbuckle. Stomping away at a seated Tyler Bate here. Taking turns to beat him down as well. Brief working relationship. And I do mean brief. Suplex attempt from Black. Oh, Neville slips his way out of it. And again, another roll-up attempt. The 3rd one in this contest with Aleister Black. And he kicks out at 1. Right on the outside now, Neville and Aleister Black will do battle within the ring. This is going to be a good one between these 2 guys. No doubt about it. Oh! There's his body being thrusted into the side there of Black as Neville now goes up top. Look out. Moonsault attempt. Bate stepped back a little bit. Black came up with the counter. Both men slow up to their feet. Bate lying in wait. Huge knee in the face of Neville there. Huge drop kick. Takes Black off his feet as well. Bate with an eye on Neville right now. Maybe a mistake as Black is right up to his feet with that German suplex. Caught him big time with that one. Submission hold applied here now. Trying to put away Bate. Trying to make him tap out. Neville trying to come in and put the stop to it, but by then Bate had already fought his way out of that one. Simple and effective slam by Neville. In ECW a long time, held every title there is to hold on this brand, but the ECW Championship, could that be what leads him to the Elimination Chamber here? Black stopping that attempted belly to belly from the looks of things, and oh, just kicking him at the side of the head. Neville falls down. Is it enough? Kick out at 2. Great contest so far. No surprise when you've got these 3 future world champions in the ring. Aleister Black looks for the double foot stomp. Oh, didn't get him, but rolled through and clipped Neville. Pure coincidence getting him on that one. Bate charging back into the ring, charging after Black. Snap suplex takes him down and all. Looks like Black's leg collided with a turnbuckle there as well. Leg tangled up in the ropes. Something nasty there. Tyler Bate, though, not focused on that. Focused on Neville instead. German suplex. And Neville rolling away, but not rolling out of the ring. Black and Bate steering each other down, and I don't think they caught eye of it. Neville comes charging in and takes both men off their feet. Knee in the jaw as well of Black. As Bate goes to the ropes now, trying to recover here, trying to catch his breath. For all that it's worth, Black thrown out of the ring. Neville sees an opportunity, he's going to go for it. Double axe handle down on the king of the ring there. Tyler Bate, oh my goodness. Bate up on the top rope. Bate gonna fly. Oh! What a drop kick to the back of Neville. Huge risk by Bate and it paid off. Down goes Neville. Back in the ring we go now. Black still recovering on the outside. Tyler Bate with the opportunity here to try and take control. He looked for the Tyler driver. Neville put the stop on it at the last moment. Super kick. Oh, evasion at the last moment by Bate. German suplex. Great bridge. Will it finish off Neville? Yeah. Kick out at 2, but not the best kick out. Fairly weak from Neville. Just barely getting the shoulder up. Couldn't put him away, and now Aleister Black returns to the ring. Oh, moonsaults down on Bate. I thought he was going to go after Neville there. Kicking away now, beating down at Neville, taking him off his feet. Brutal set of strikes. Oh, never turn your back on Aleister Black. That's the case. Backslide. Will it be enough? Very early kick out from Bate. A lot of roll-up attempts, just trying to take their opponent off guard. Bate's on the fly with strikes. Black puts a stop to it. A palm strike takes Bate off his feet. The power of the strikes of Aleister Black are incredible. Fast-paced triple threat match here. There's no doubt about it, ladies and gentlemen. All for that final chamber spot. There was a reason why Seth Rollins is in the arena tonight to watch this one, because he knew how heated he was going to get, and he knows how important it is as well for the chamber match as a whole. Neville up on the top rope now. Moonsaults down on Tyler Bate. At the twist himself in midair as well to be able to connect it flush. Covers made, and he almost had him. Bate gets the shoulder up just in time. Black wouldn't have been able to stop it. Neville bringing him up to his feet. Bate able to bring out a counter again. Aleister Black up to his feet on the outside. Super kick in the ring by Tyler Bate. Now into the ring comes Aleister Black, and he's quick to act. Tornado DDT takes Bate off his feet there. And a cut opening on the face of the former NXT champion to go along with it. Black Mass. Oh, what a counter for Bate at the very last moment. Huge counter to the Black Mass, and he socks Black with it as well. Trying to finish off Aleister Black here. Black comes up with a big counter. Bate staggers. And falls into that backbreaker there, taking him out of commission for a moment. German suplex from Neville, right from behind. Neville, could he see the moment? He's going to go right to the top rope. Is he going to risk it all? Neville in here. No way. Red arrow! Red arrow from Neville. Will it finish off Black? Oh, so close. So close. Neville can't believe it. Single leg Boston Crab being applied now. Desperate for the submission. Desperate to finish things off. Bate coming in to make the save. Putting everything on the line. These three men absolutely are. Bate saving his hopes at the last moment there. Strike to Black, rolling him up again. Will this one be the one that finishes Aleister? Black kick out at 2, only just. And Black rolling out of the ring. Big mistake from Black. Neville's down. Bate sees the chance. Tyler Driver! He got all of it. Tyler Bate is going to the chamber. Bate has done it. What a main event. And what a win. He said he wanted the chance. He said he wanted to prove himself. And he did just that. Tyler Bate takes the last spot in the Elimination Chamber. And someone's come out with a very close look on it. Rollins steering down Bate. Steering down the last man to qualify. Tyler Bate celebrates the win. But oh my God! Drew McIntyre charging from behind on Rollins, and he has him now. Future Shock DDT on the stage. McIntyre lays out Rollins. Bate may be the last person to qualify, but it's McIntyre with the final say this evening as he stands over the ECW champion.